Hey guys, this is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org. How are you guys doing today? Today I've got another youth football drill to go over, and it's called the Crazy 8 drill. I came up with this drill about 10 years ago when my oldest son was playing in Colorado. He was real tall, lanky, and was somewhat uncoordinated, just kind of learning his body and muscles because he grew so fast. So I came up with this drill to try to help him keep himself tighter and work on his footwork and kind of speed his feet up a little bit and kind of get him a little bit more coordinated. We started out in the preseason and did this many times, and it worked out great. So it's called the Crazy 8 drill because basically you're running kind of loops from the square back to the middle 4 times, and I call them 8, so it's kind of crazy because you get kind of dizzy and kind of have to keep your head together as you're going through it. But basically it's a square, and I use these flat cones, and they seem to work out better, but of course you could use the higher cones. So it's a square here, and then there's a cone in the middle here. And between the outside here could be 1 to 7 yards to one of the outside cones at an angle here. And I'll usually step off like 3 big steps or 1 or 2 steps depending on what I'm trying to do. I'll usually do like a 1-yarder, so like 1 big step square or a 3 big step square from this middle cone out, and then set up the other cones in a square, and you can kind of eyeball it. It's not a big deal if it's not exactly perfect, but the drill really works. It's really a quick feet drill. You got to keep and it's a body movement drill. You want to keep your body tight and inside, everything, not flowing around. It's also a good ball handling drill when you put a ball in the running backs or quarterbacks' hands, and they've got to stay on, keep a hold of it as they're making their cuts. It's a great drill for running backs and quarterbacks to make proper cuts because you're wanting them to cut with the outside foot and get back around the cone quickly. And it's a speed drill, and we use this to time it up. We'll actually measure everything out, set up a couple of these, and measure these out when we're doing our Z and L drills at the beginning of the season. I like to set up 3 or 4 of these squares, these Crazy 8 squares, in pre-practice, and have definitely the linemen go through these to get their lead feet moving a little bit quicker. They don't like to do them that much, but it really helps out getting their feet and their body moving a little better, because you want to keep, I tell them, I told my oldest son, you want to tell the players, you want to be like a cat. You want everything in tight and quick, choppy steps, not these big elongated steps. You want to be quick around the cones, very tight around the cones, and the shortest distance around the cones to pick up that speed. So that's kind of the setup there. Like I said, it's basically just a square of cones, probably a 3 or 5 by 5 square there, and then a cone in the middle. And you can see there's a start here and an end here. And let's take a look. I think I've got an animation here, and you can kind of see how it works with the quick animation. So let's see how that works. If I can start him off here. There he starts off. There's 1 8, the second 8, the third 8, and the fourth 8, and then he comes through. So basically he's starting here, going around the cone, coming around this cone, back around. And there's the first 8. So he's going to the outside of the cone, or you can tell the kids to go around the cone. So he goes around the cone, and then he's going to come back inside, come back around, and there's the second 8. And then he's going to go around the cone, back inside, come back around the cone. There's the third 8. He's going to come around the cone, always cutting with their outside foot, and then that's where you time and finish there. And like I said, you're trying to keep their body tight, their feet tight, and not having like giraffe legs and giraffe arms and bird arms going outside. You want everything real tight. If you've got a quarterback, you can have him hold the ball here. If it's a running back or halfback, you want him to have the ball high and tight, and he can actually move the ball based on his cuts and where he's at, and that really is a good drill too. Then, especially if you got a back that's fumbling a lot, have him moving the ball back and forth in his arms and get used to that. So that's how that works. And you can see here it's in red. I've got it in different colors. So the first 8 is red, second 8's in green, light blue, and then blue here again. And there's the square again. You've got a square, like I said, 3 by 3 kind of thing, or a 5 by square with the cone in the middle, starting an inline here. And here's another animation where you can see them. There's the first 8. And they're always going around the cone, the outside cone, and then they're making their 8, and then they're going to the next cone. Like this guy goes to the next cone here in green, boom. And he's going to go around to the outside of this cone again, make an 8. He's going to run to this cone, make an 8, and then he's going to come through. And then here's the full animation again. Boom, boom. And of course, the animation is stopping there, so you can see each 8. So they're running this as fast as they can. And I usually will run it with them, especially when I was younger, and make sure you're cutting with the outside foot. And it's a hard plant cut, especially with running backs. I mean, they should be getting good at it, where it's boom, 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 cut, boom, 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 cut. And you want those feet going quick. And you also want to watch the arms. You don't want the arms and elbows outside the body. You want everything tight, low, and through the drill. And like I said, this really helps with linemen in the feet, especially if you go down to like a 1-yard thing. It's just like they almost step once and they cut and they come back and they go through this crazy 8 thing real quick. So you can do a short one where they're really working on just quick feet, boom, boom, boom. And then if you spread it out a little bit, you can get a 2 or 3 step crazy 8 in there, and they're working more on keeping their body tight and their arms tight and low as they're coming through their cuts. And like I said, it really works on the feet, the body movement. You can work on ball handling and speed. And but this is really set up to be a quickness body movement drill, and it's worked out really good for us. Like I said, we use it a lot in pre-practice. We'll set up 3 or 4 stations for the linemen to go through at least twice. They'll go through that, kind of use that as a warm-up, especially when we're doing the pop pass drill with the backs. They can use this as a warm-up with some other drills that we have for linemen. And we use this at the beginning of the season to do a timed quick feet drill with the L drill and our Z drill too. Let's see what I've got here. Oh, yeah, I hope you like the Crazy 8 drill. It's one of my favorites. Of course, I came up with it about 10 years ago, so I'm a little bit biased. If you like the video, please leave me a like below. If you didn't like it or have a comment or some questions about how the drill works, please leave those in the comments below. If you'd like to share the video, please do so if you know another coach or friend that might be interested. If you'd like to subscribe, hit the subscribe button down here. I'm bringing at least 2 or 3 videos a week to the youth football community. You can get an update via email if you subscribe. If you've liked all the videos that I've done and you want to help support me, continue to bring more free content, please shop my store. The link's below. I get a percentage of those sales. I've also got 2 books out, on one on defense, one on offense, and the link below is there. And then if you'd like to donate to help me that way, there's a link up at the top that you can make a donation. But again, this is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org. Hope you enjoyed the video. And remember to play for fun, and winning is funner. See you guys next time. Ciao.